Hi, I'm John with Probo Medical, and we're going to look at adding a user and some of the security features found on the GE Versana Premier. Okay, so what we're going to do, first thing you need to do is make sure you're logged in as admin. In order to do that, we're going to hit the patient button, and that's going to bring us to this screen right here. And if you look up at the top right, it says admin. If you are not currently logged in as admin, hit that drop down, select admin. There should be no password. You should just be able to hit the OK button right there. So once we're done with that, we're going to go and hit the setups button right there at the top right. And then we're going to come over here and hit admin, which is going to take us to this screen right here. So once we're here, we go to users, and this is where we can add users. So this drop down, the only thing on here currently is admin. So I'm going to add a user. We can go down here to the ID, backspace through that, and we will add Barb. So I'm going to add Barb. She is an operator. And I actually want to give Barb admin privileges. This will enable her to make changes to the machine, delete old patients, things of that nature. You'll only want one, maybe two of your users to have admin privileges. Most people will just be operators. So we have a lot of stuff down here as far as passwords, logging in. Here's password stuff over here. I'm going to leave all of that alone. I'm just going to hit the save button. When I do that, it's going to say caps lock is on because it went down to the password screen. I'm going to ignore that, okay? And I'm just going to hit exit. So now we're going to go back to our patient screen. And the first time I select Barb, it's going to throw this on screen here. It's going to ask for a password. There's no password, and now it's going to do this. It really wants me to type a password. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to hit OK. And then here we go. System administrators not completed setup for product encryption. Once again, we can hit OK right there. Once you go through those, we can go admin, OK, and this warning is going to continue to pop up until we address that here in a little bit. But now I can toggle between the admin and Barb without that secondary pop-up happening because there's no password for either one of them. So I'm going to go back to admin and hit OK. And like I said, this warning gets pretty annoying. So we're going to hit OK right there. And we're going to go back into our setups and back into admin. Okay. Some things that you need to know up here on user policies. If you are not requiring your staff to have passwords, this must be set at lowest. If you do have your staff if they are required to have passwords, then you can toggle between the medium, high, or highest. What that's going to do is it's going to require passwords. Sometimes it will require intervals that they have to change their passwords, longer or more complex passwords, depending on which level of security you choose. Okay, there is another tab up here for logon. When I select that, you have use auto logon. What that's going to do is when you turn the machine off and turn it back on, whoever was logged in before is going to be auto logged in when the machine comes back up. Now, we have that encryption thing that kept coming up. So right here is that disk encryption button. So I'm going to hit that, and that's going to bring up this extra little piece here. And this is what that extra encryption password is all about. So in order to finish setting all of this up, right now, there should be no password, but we can select here, and I'm just going to enter exactly what it says right here. I'm going to take caps lock off and hit password. Then I'm going to go right here, do the same thing. Password. Continue. Okay. And so at this point, we are almost done, but we have this recovery key thing and then save recovery keys. Okay, that's the one step that we have left to do. So I'll need to get a USB drive. Okay, so I have a USB drive, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this USB drive in right back here where the USB drives go. Okay. Then we go back to the disk encryption and we hit the show recovery key, save recovery keys. So now I can save them on my USB drive. Okay, so now we're going to save that. They have been saved to the USB drives. We hit the OK, close. We can close this, and now we can save and exit. Now we do need to eject our USB drive. The way we eject our USB drive is we go down to the pull-out keyboard, and there's an eject button somewhere around the F4 area. When I push that eject button, that's going to bring up a little thing on screen up there at the top left. I'm going to select the USB drive. I can now remove it. So I can remove that, hit the OK. And so now when I go to my patient data screen and select, I can hit OK, and that warning is no longer popping up. And so now we're set. All of the warnings are not going to be there. There's no password for this user, and we're good to go. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out to our applications team here at Probo Medical. Thank you for watching.